welcome back. My name is Courtney. I'm just here to I'm gonna start like a new thing, of spirituality, like talks and things, because I think I'm super spiritual and I just want to dive a little bit deeper about it. And if anyone is interested in listening or just having theories of their own, that'd be great to hear. And we could just bounce off each other. Why not? Um, okay, so some things that I've been thinking about and also talking with other people about is after death. Life after death, or just like what happens in the afterlife. Basically, there's already a whole bunch of theories about it. Is there heaven, is there hell, is there just nothing, it just goes pitch black and you don't see anything. I have a theory on my own, and I actually kind of been thinking about it over a while. Like, I definitely believe in reincarnation and things. I do believe that we choose to reincarnate on this planet. There's probably so many planets out there that you can reincarnate, and sometimes we just reincarnate here. And a lot of people might look around right now on Earth and be like, oh, why did I why did I want to do this? Oh god. It's funny because when you really think about it, you just look around and be like, bro, why did I actually want to reincarnate here? But it be like that. It really be like that. And I think the reason why is just to honestly and truly experience what life has to offer. That's it, just experience. Like XP. We all just trying to here to get some XP. But regardless, before we get into that part of it, I think that's a whole nother topic to talk about. But I think after death, though, is we can reincarnate. But before that, just like after death, I've been reading this book actually about near death experiences. There have been, actual real experiences of people who have been clinically dead and they come back, like, however long they've been gone, basically. And they have experiences and, memories of what happened while they were gone. A lot of the book that I've been reading so far, I haven't finished it, but the book that I've been reading so far has been confirmations on like a couple of things and have been very insightful, and just like life after death. It was almost comforting to hear about life after death. One, because I'm just super interested anyways. I don't think it's taboo to talk about it. If you live, everyone knows that, you die too. So like I feel like it's not or it shouldn't be such a controversial subject. It should just be an open topic, basically. Just shine some light on it. Don't be afraid of it. Ask questions or just research it, because I know knowledge is power, and so it's good to research on it if you do feel a little bit scared. What we don't know, it just, spooks us even more, basically. But so anyways, besides the point. Okay, so yeah, my theory is once we pass away, there is a source. It's a source of where we all come from. Where we all come from. It's unconditional love. It's a feeling. It's so overwhelming that it's like how people describe it in the book is it's almost like how you love your kids, but like 10 times, 20 times more than that feeling of love. You will always love your kids. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but you'll always love your kids, but it's almost so overwhelming that it's like it's warmth. It's literally like a feeling. It ends up emitting like a feeling of warmth, of just comfort, of just, it's like it fills up the whole space, basically, wherever you are. And so basically, we go back to that source. We're all made up of love. We're all made up of light. And that's kind of how some people in the book described it as. Like, it's a light, it's a bright light, but it doesn't hurt your eyes. It's almost like staring at the sun. Your face is just like, basking in the sun, but it doesn't hurt your eyes to look at it. It's so comforting, basically. And so they call it the light. They call it the source. They call it, God. No matter what you want to call it, they call it that. And the source is kind of talking to them, and they say, they give you a life review. Like, how people say your life flashes before your eyes? It's basically that. Like, but I don't know how it is, if it's like a TV or whatever, but your life flashes before you, and you remember every single detail from the point of your birth to the point of now or your death. And you're looking at it, and when you're in that unconditional love, in the presence of that unconditional love, it's like you can see where you fell short in certain instances in your life, what emotions were felt. And it's not even your own emotions that you experience when you're in the life review. You also experience the person you may have hurt or harmed, or the person who felt some type of way when you said something, and you realize, dang, I hurt their feelings, or dang, this. And they say the reason why you feel the other person's emotions is because since we're all a part of the light, we're all part of that source. It's like when we become reincarnated into Earth, it's almost like a prism, like imagine, those pictures you'll probably see in science or something, of that white light that goes into like the triangle, and then on the other side, on the point of the other side, it turns to a rainbow. And that triangle represents us being reincarnated into Earth, and we all become one color, one aura, one, different color. I might be green, you might be yellow, purple, pink, whoever's around you. But when we go back into, when we pass away and our spirit goes back into the source, we all just become that one light. So we're all just literally the same, but we're just living different experiences. Your eyes are my eyes are your eyes. Our perspectives of anybody, any being on Earth or wherever they are, wherever planet they're from, is important, basically. And every color is important. You can't have, a rainbow without purple. You know what I mean? Like things like that. And that's why it's also important to treat others with that respect too. When you're talking with somebody, like it could be two people or it could be a group of people, there's a moment where you make the reality in that moment, you make the reality what you want it. It can be a beautiful picture, with my green and with your purple, or it can be a crazy, ugly picture, or like crazy, portrait with us just fighting, just splatters everywhere. I mean, unless you like abstract. But, things like that basically are important to think about, or just think about in general, because we're all important in our own way, no matter how we come across, how we receive things, and how we kind of talk to each other is important. You never know what someone else is going through, even if they might, jump at you first. Sometimes you just gotta be like, hey, I don't like how you said that, but you know what? God bless you. So anyways, besides, like, let's get back on topic. Basically, you have a life review and you see where you fall short. In the book also, it said that people have almost like their spirit family there around them, like the spirit beings that might have been watching over you while you were on Earth experiencing your life, or just your soul family, however you want to say that, is there with you sometimes. Sometimes it's just the light, or and so while you're reviewing yourself, they're actually there, asking you questions, not in a judgmental manner, not in a biased manner. It's more so of just, it's so neutral. It's just, why did you feel like you needed to act like that, or why did you feel like you needed to say that, basically? What made you say those things, basically? And it's just, it's so neutral, but it makes you think. It's not like, oh, why did you do that? Like, no, it's literally just, it's neutral, and it's making you think, and it's making you judge yourself on how you could have done better, but also how you acted. You're learning those lessons right then and there when they ask you certain questions on your experience. And that's what it is. We're just learning. We're here to experience life, to learn, to grow, and to deeper develop our intuition, our soul, our spirit. And other people's when we go back to, spread the knowledge too. So they, do that. And then also, if they kind of see you judging yourself a little bit too harshly when you're answering those questions, they say there's no reason to judge you, like to judge that harshly. Honestly, it's crazy because they said it's unconditional love, like it's unconditional. And so it ends up like, even if you murdered somebody, that was crazy. Even if you murdered somebody, honestly, I'm the type where I kind of have a soft heart for anybody, no matter what you do in life anyways. I feel like there's too many layers to a person to reach to that point where, you have to judge based off of one thing they did. There's so many layers to a person. There's so many aspects to life that gives you chances and opportunities after opportunity. Everyone has to play a role. And so, look, I mean, just don't be around me because I'll give you a couple of chances, but I need people around me that's for me in this life. But on an outside perspective, look, I wish you well. Basically, I wish you well. You judge yourself and you forgive yourself for the actions you've done, and even like the negative, but like it's all for the universe. It's all for the soul universe. We put our energy into it also when we do certain acts that may be negative to that unity universe, and it ripples through through the unity universe. We might not see it, but people get hurt from it no matter where you are. It ripples through earth. And same with positive acts. Those little acts of kindness actually do ripple through earth. And you can see it in like news things when you see like someone, I don't know, saving a puppy from like starving to death on the side of the road and things like that. But and you see the publicity from it, like, oh dang, that's really nice. You see it rippling, no matter if it doesn't reach everybody, but it ripples regardless of how far it goes. So yeah, I think it's just something to think about, once you pass away, the afterlife, basically. I think it's interesting to think about. So yeah, so that's what I think what happens after life. You have a life review, you have a source, but it's also, you have the opportunity to reincarnate again, whether you want to reincarnate on earth. It's all up to you, but it's also just the idea of reincarnation, or just like afterlife, the idea of like, it's not just for nothing. They said in the book that heaven is a birthright, and it's true. Like, I feel as though it's true. To make up heaven and hell, if you do something bad, then you're always going to be bad. That's not true. There's a higher self of yourself. There's the best version. I feel like the higher self of yourself is the one who decided to reincarnate on earth and make us forget all the memories. And I think that's another reason. The reason why we reincarnate on earth, and the reason why we don't remember, why, like, okay, what's really out there, what's really, after death. And it's because we don't remember. The reason why we don't remember is because it's for experience. We can't dive in, earth and remember everything from the past, because then we won't experience anything fully. We kind of have to be a little bit lost, a little bit confused, but like still finding our own way and finding our own path and footsteps in order to really experience life fully. If we were to remember every single thing that we are up above, then how do we learn anything new? Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. So tell me what you think. If you even think about after death, or if you think about afterlife, or if you have like a different idea of like what that is in general, or if you're just afraid of it, because people could be afraid of it, and ain't nothing wrong with that either. But I definitely encourage you to do your own research if you feel like it. I just like to research, and so I'll share it with you guys if you guys like it too. So yeah, have a nice one. And love and light. Peace.